Lauren had grown used to the messages. Every holiday seemed to bring another excuse from her father explaining why it would be better if she stayed away. This Easter was no different. 3 days before the family gathering, her phone buzzed with a short text. "We're keeping brunch small this year. Sarah and her husband Marcus will be here. Since he's a federal judge, there will be important guests. It's probably best if you don't come." Lauren read the message once, set her phone aside, and returned to the stack of legal files on her desk. She didn't argue. She hadn't argued in years. Her family believed she had wasted her education by taking a government job instead of joining a prestigious law firm. They assumed she spent her days filing paperwork in some courthouse office. None of them knew the truth. 10 years earlier, Lauren had been appointed a United States District Court judge. She had invited her entire family to her confirmation ceremony. Her father skipped it for a golf tournament. Her mother said she was too busy. Only her grandmother had attended. After that, Lauren stopped trying to explain her life. Whenever relatives asked what she did, she simply answered, "I work for the courts." They never asked another question. The Monday after Easter, Lauren arrived at the federal courthouse before sunrise. She parked in her reserved space, greeted the security officers, changed into her black judicial robe, and reviewed the day's schedule. The first case caught her attention: United States versus Riverside Development Corporation. Lead defense attorney Marcus Whitmore. Her cousin Sarah's husband, the same man her family proudly described as a federal judge. Lauren already knew he wasn't. Marcus had once served as a law clerk for a federal judge years earlier, but he had never actually been a judge himself. Somehow, her family had misunderstood his background, and Marcus had never corrected them. At exactly 9 o'clock, the courtroom doors opened. "All rise." Lauren entered and took her seat behind the bench. When Marcus looked up and saw her wearing judicial robes, the color drained from his face. For several long seconds he couldn't speak. He had expected to appear before an unfamiliar judge. Instead, the judge was the cousin his family had quietly pushed aside for years. Lauren showed no reaction. "Please be seated," she said calmly. The hearing began. Marcus presented his legal argument, but it quickly became obvious that he had relied on outdated cases and incorrect legal standards. Lauren listened patiently until he finished. Then she asked one simple question. "Counsel, are you aware that the case you relied upon was overturned several years ago?" Marcus froze. He searched through his papers. I'll need to review that." "Your Honor," Lauren nodded politely, "I recommend you do." She allowed him additional time to submit corrected arguments instead of embarrassing him in front of the courtroom. When the hearing ended, she returned to her chambers. Only then did her phone begin vibrating. Marcus had called Sarah. Sarah had called the family. Now everyone wanted answers. Her sister texted first, "You're really a federal judge?" Lauren replied, "You never asked." Within hours, Marcus requested that Lauren remove herself from the case because they were related by marriage. Following judicial procedure, Lauren disclosed a relationship to both legal teams. The government lawyers had no objection. They trusted her fairness. During the conference call, Lauren spoke calmly. "If either party believes I cannot remain impartial, you may formally request my recusal." Marcus hesitated. He knew her reputation. Other judges might be far less forgiving than she was. Finally he answered, "We withdraw the request." The case continued. Over the following weeks, Marcus worked harder